Hi everyone, my name is Micah Hill. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about how I paid for college. I'm currently going to the University of Southern Mississippi, and I'm going to talk about some ways I have been able to gain scholarships, and I'll be talking about those scholarships in the video. So you may see me look down. I'll be having my notes here. I don't want to mess anything up, so bear with me. The first scholarship I'm going to be talking about is the Academic Excellence Scholarship. For this scholarship, you must have a 3.0 in high school or higher. And this scholarship looks at your ACT scores and your SAT scores. The scholarship will look at the highest score that you submit in. The university does accept your super score, and your super score can be used for the scholarship. I use my super score to, raise my scholarship up. Also, depending on how high you get on the ACT or the SAT, this scholarship can be stackable with the Freshman Academic Housing Scholarship, which we will talk about later in the video. But right now, let's look at how much money you can get for your ACT or SAT score. So starting at a 21 through a 23 on the ACT or a 1060 through 1150 on the SAT, that'll give you $3,000 annually, which will total to $12,000 for the 4 years. If you scored a 24 through 26 on the ACT or 1160 through a 1250 on the SAT, that'll give you $5,000 annually, which will give you a $25,000 amount over the 4 years. If you scored a 27 through a 29 on the ACT or a 1260 through a 1350 on the SAT, that'll give you $7,000 annually over the 4 years, which will give you $28,000. And then if you scored a 30 through a 36 on the ACT or a 1360 through a 1440 on the SAT, that'll give you the full value of tuition for all 4 years, which gives you the total amount of tuition over the course of the 4 years. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this Freshman Academic Housing Scholarship. If you scored a 33 through 36 on the ACT or 1450 or higher on the SAT, you get a one-time amount. They'll pay the full value of cost for a double occupancy room. In order to receive the scholarship, you must live on campus during your freshman year. Okay, let's move on to our designation-based scholarships. So these scholarships, you don't necessarily have to write an essay for these scholarships. As long as you have done them and you qualify for them and you can send the university verification that you've done them and proof that you have done these things, then you will get this scholarship. So I'm going to read out, the list of the destination scholarships, and each of these scholarships award $2,000 annually, which will give you $8,000. And all of these scholarships are stackable with any other freshman academic scholarship, as well as, they're stackable with each other. If you've done multiple things on this list, you can apply to all these things and they will be stackable. I may be eligible for this one, I may be eligible for this one, and hey, if you put it together, that's $4,000 for you, and so on. If you are the valedictorian or salutatorian of your class, if you are student body president, if you got the Eagle Scout Award or the Gold Award from Girl Scouts, if you are a star student, and this is for Mississippi residents only. That's very important to note. This is only for Mississippi residents. The star student is only for Mississippi residents. If you went to Boys or Girls State, this is also only for Mississippi residents. If you did Boys or Girls Nation, they didn't say this was for Mississippi residents, so you're clear for that one. If you were a distinguished young woman, local or state winner, and this is only for Mississippi residents. So again, if you have done any of these things, you've automatically earned $2,000 annually, which would give you $8,000. And this is stackable, so if you've done multiple of these, you would need to apply on the GO system. That's where you put in your verification, your proof that you have done these things in order to receive your scholarship money. Next up, we have our freshman competitive programs. This part's going to take a little bit longer for me because we have two very popular ones to go over. Now there's multiple, but these are the two that you definitely need to know a lot about. I feel like a lot of freshmen tend to skip out on these great opportunities, but I'm going to touch on them because I applied to them, and they can definitely change your life if you need to, find another way to pay for college. These two competitive programs would possibly be a great fit for you. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Lucky Day Scholars Program, and this is only for Mississippi residents. You must have a minimum GPA of a 3.0 or higher in high school. This is a living learning and community. It's about leadership development, scholastic achievement, and community service. Based on the University of Southern Mississippi's description for their Lucky Day Scholars, they're looking for a student who has a strong work ethic, they are socially responsible, and they have academic persistence. You must have a minimum 21 ACT composite score. Again, you can submit your super score for the USM. You need to go in the GO system where they have you answering these questions just to make sure that you're eligible. You have to write about like 2 to 3 essays. You need to have recommendations, and you'll need to make a ZME profile. You may be wondering to yourself, like, what is ZME? They'll have you download it. It's where they can learn a little bit more about you, your interests, your hobbies, and additionally they'll have you submit in a video about why you should be in Lucky Day. You will need to live on campus for your freshman year. The scholarship will pay you $6,000 annually, which is $3,000 per semester. You must also take a Lucky Day seminar class, and you must serve the Hattiesburg community for a minimum of 10 hours each semester. Okay, so the next freshman competitive program that we have is Honors College. This is very competitive. You will need a minimum ACT score of 24, a minimum GPA of 3.0. Again, back to the ACT score, you can submit your super score for this if you need to. All Honors College scholars get the Honors Scholars Award, which pays you $2,000 annually, which will give you $8,000 over 4 years. There's 2 separate scholarships that you can get in Honors College. We have our Honors College Discovery Scholarship, and then we have our Honors College Presidential Scholarship, and I'll go over what each one entails. So starting with the Honors College Discovery Scholarship, this will give you a full tuition for 4 years. This will pay for your campus housing and meal plan only for your freshman year. Very important to note, this only pays for your freshman year of campus housing and a meal plan. It gives you a one-time $5,000 scholarship for the study abroad program at USM, and also gives you a one-time research grant of $1,750 for the Honors College research portion of the curriculum. Moving on to our Presidential Scholarship, this also gives you full tuition for 4 years, but unlike the Discovery Scholarship, the Presidential Scholarship pays for your campus housing and meal plan for all 4 years, not just your freshman year. Additionally, it gives you a $500 per semester educational allowance. In order to be in Honors College, you must stay on campus your freshman and sophomore year. You have to stay on campus. If you decide to move off the campus your junior or senior year, they will take away your meal plan, but you will keep that full tuition scholarship as well as your book stipend. Okay, so my phone died, so how rude. I had to get my light settings back to, that's too bright. Oh no, okay, that was better. This looks better. I will say this, these are not all the scholarships provided at the university. There is a lot more, but I'm just putting the plain ones out there that you'll want to make sure you get on top of, because these are scholarships that people are definitely going to be going after. If this is your senior year and you're looking at scholarships, it's very important that you stay on top of the timeline that the university has for you. I know a lot of students that may have missed out on opportunities that they could have been a part of because they weren't on top of their timeline. So when you're going into your senior year, just make a note, whether that's in your calendar, write it written down, you and your counselor, maybe you and talk it out about getting on top of these scholarships. It's also important that you get these recommendations. A lot of these scholarship opportunities may require you to have a recommender. It may require you to have an essay. So I recommend even writing an essay prior to signing up for these scholarships. An essay, it can be very generic, just about like who you are, what your passion is, and why you want to go to college. That's like 80% of scholarship applications. Like, that's pretty much what they ask you: who you are, what you're doing, why you want to go to college, and how can this scholarship help you. And maybe I'll do a different video about all of that, but these are the basic scholarships that you do want to keep an eye out for. This is how you can pay for college. This is how you can come out of college debt free. that is the ultimate goal. If this video helped you, please make sure to like it. Put some comments down below if there's anything else I should, like improve on. This is my first video. I hope that it was helpful. I wish this was something that I had when I applied to the university. This is a new time. It can be a little scary because you don't know what's going to happen, but as long as you continue to do what you need to do, stay involved in school, stay on top of your work, I'm sure you'll do great and you'll do fine. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.